Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary friends, welcome to the hall! I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. I saw a lot of you guys at Polly's on Tuesday. I know you were there. I saw you there. You got the big one. We got 9 amazing comics for you this week.
Yes, we got 9 comics tonight for a profit share. Who, raise your hand if you have a drink in your hand currently. Now, show me the drink. Cool, that's proof. If you don't currently have a drink in your hand, what's up? You want to chat? You can fix that by going to a lovely Oak House who loves to sponsor us here. You can get coffee, snacks, get all those things, because we're supporting a great charity tonight. Our charity tonight is the Pretty and Pink Foundation, founded in 2004, and aims to provide financial assistance for underinsured breast cancer patients. They help to ensure medical treatment and support for everyone, regardless of ability to pay. That's why some of us are wearing pink tonight, as it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We do have 9 planned comedians tonight. If you want to give your shot at doing this, we have 2 open mic slots, so you can sign up front with the open mic. I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah, we just want to give a big thank you to Phil Oakhouse, full name, for hosting us at the Oakhouse every single week. So to get us started, I give to you our first comedian. He lost his TV remote, so if anybody has any leads, please share. Give it up for Jack Spiegel.
1 second. That's fine. How we doing tonight? You guys doing good? We just had fall break. Anyone else go to Nashville? Yeah! It's a good time, great time. I'm a nice guy. You could say a gentleman. On Friday night, I decided to go to a gentleman's club. It was my buddy's idea. Ladies, I want you to know I find it very disturbing what goes on here. There was a $40 cover charge. Yeah, very quiet night for me. I didn't really get approached by any strippers. None of them bothered flirting with me. I don't think I smell bad. I mean, I don't wear cologne or anything, but sometimes I'll rub deodorant on my neck. I learned something new this night. Strippers can say no to you. I wasn't being rude or obnoxious or anything. She said, "Sorry, honey, not tonight." What am I supposed to say on Thanksgiving when my grandma looks at me and says, "Hey, Jack, anyone special in your life?" Well, there's almost this girl named Destiny. No, so I'm walking out of the club, I'm joking with my buddies about how I just got rejected by a stripper, and there was this country kid about my age, let's call him Travis. He comes up to me and he says, "Yo man, I heard what happened, that sucks. Here, give me your number, I'll give you some tips and tricks to make sure this doesn't happen to you again. I'm kind of an expert on this." Made me feel a lot better about myself. But in order to be an expert in something, you need 10,000 hours in that given area of life. Not saying Travis isn't an expert, but that's about $4 million worth of lap dances. Like, what's he gonna tell me? Tip more, don't show up 5 minutes before closing? I mean, it's really stupid. I did end up grabbing his number, however. I mean, if Steph Curry's offering you shooting advice, you're gonna take it. If AI is offering you advice on anything, you're gonna take it. I had a homework assignment recently. The prompt was, how can Apple improve their business? Pretty dumb assignment. I just picture Steve Jobs talking to his buddies like, "Hey guys, I know we're the best company in the world. We make every decision correctly. I'm kind of curious the opinion of a kid that goes to a school with a 70% acceptance rate. What does he think we're doing wrong?" No, really dumb assignment. I did end up doing the assignment, however, and I went to ChatGPT. I'm like, okay, how does Apple improve? And ChatGPT says that they should start using AI. It's kind of egotistical. Speaking about ego, I've been really into watching documentaries on North Korea recently. Terrible stuff that goes on. They're completely shut out from the outside world, which means that they don't know what brain rot is. I mean, say what you want about the dictatorship and all the horrible things that go on there. It's kind of cool there's a society that doesn't know what 6'7" means. As bad as it is, the things that go on there, they did do a hell of a job with Squid Games. I am aware that Squid Games was made in South Korea, but where do you think they got the inspiration from? Just picture a South Korean soldier looking over the border like, gosh, that really sucks for them. This would do numbers on Netflix. No, like I like to travel. One time I went to Israel and I did what anyone else would do in Israel. I got falafel in a market in Tel Aviv. I wrote my name in the Western Wall, and I got bombed. This was when I was 18, true story. I was camping all the way up north by the Lebanese border. It's 4 a.m. I wake up and I hear something flying over to me. I'm like, gosh, I sure hope that isn't a president in an artificially intelligent jet pooping on his citizens. Crazy video, by the way. But no, and then I start hearing sirens going off. I'm like, it could be Donald Trump. And then I hear a giant explosion sound. I wake my buddy up. I'm like, yo, dude, we're in an active war zone. Wake up. Yalla, this is an everyday thing. I want to go back to bed. Okay, I went back to bed. Americans complain a lot about our alarms. They say that the radar alarm sucks. It goes like this. Look at you guys scuffling. There's worse alarms out there. Thank you.
Give it up for Jack again, y'all. Thank you. I do hate that alarm. I hate that alarm so much. Who's first haha is this? Raise your hand if it's your first time coming to the show. Thank you. Wow, look at that. Our marketing is going great, Benji. You're doing a good job. Give yourself a hand. Whose second show is this? Who's been here before? Who's a returning person? Raise your hand. I'm looking at somebody who's lying right now. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming and supporting our show. It's really great that we have a place for stand-up on this campus. If you like what you see, there's Instagram flyers. Also, people are standing out there. If you want, there's like, you can, come on. You don't have to, no, you can, oh, you're just gonna walk away from me. Okay. That's fine. There is seating on these lovely milkshakes. Anyways, cool. I'll see you more in a second. Anyways, our next comedian is described as the pride of Fred C. Anderson Elementary School. Give it up for Soren Peterson.
All right, how are we doing? All right. So, growing up, I always wanted to be a professional wrestler. I, saw it on TV and was like, man, that John Cena guy sure is something. Then grown man on the internet told me I was a moron for having that opinion. But I thought about it a little more, and brain damage for a living doesn't sound the most fun. Also, I'd have to get in shape, and looking at me now, that's a difficult proposition. Then I wanted to be a professional golfer, hit the links, make some money. Problem there is I'm not rich enough. So what I guess I'm saying is that this stand-up thing is my last best chance to sell out to Saudi Arabia. So keep that in mind tonight. There's some blood money out there with my name on it. What I don't think people have kind of lost in this Riyadh Comedy Festival thing is it's not going to be very good, or wasn't very good. Like, if you look at the stuff they've done with the WWE, their first event back, they wanted 2 guys. The first, Ultimate Warrior. Great in the 90s. He was like cocaine personified. More so than some people on this campus. The other guy they wanted, Yokozuna. Samoan guy, pretending to be a Japanese guy. Problem is that both of those guys have been dead for 5 years. So, what I'm saying is that the Saudi Arabian government spends money like a drunken 12-year-old, and I want some of that. When I had all of these pipe dreams, my parents were very supportive. They were the typical sort of suburban liberal follow your dreams types. But then when I told them I was doing stand-up, and I was like, hey, we're live streaming it right now, they said, let's maybe wait and see on this one. But, I do have a good relationship with my parents. I mean, just last week I got a text from my dad. It went something like, hey, period. Great profile pic on your LinkedIn, period. So, I guess if I ever go back to therapy, and they ask me to describe my relationship with my father in one word, I think I might have to say networking. But the other thing my dad and I talk about a lot is politics. And right now, the only sort of interesting but not depressing politics is the New York mayoral election. And I'm from Minnesota, and we actually have our own version of it. We have in Minneapolis, we've got our own Zoran, you know, the young progressive state senator Muslim guy. We've got our own Andrew Cuomo, the incumbent running as an independent establishment ghoul type. But what we don't have is a Curtis Sliwa. And I find that really disappointing, because I truly believe that America is a land of opportunity. And that opportunity is to take the closing shift of your McDonald's and turn it into a crime-fighting militia. But it feels like mayor is the last real job in America that you can get as the fun kind of insane person. Like, if you look at history, there's all kinds of zany mayors, and my favorite has got to be Rob Ford. I get that we don't have any Canadians in the audience, so that joke didn't make sense, but Rob Ford was the mayor of Toronto, who's most famous for two things. One, he was kind of a proto-Trump figure. But two, he liked to party. Rob Ford is most notable if you Google the phrase Toronto mayor crack pipe. He's the one that comes up. Because when I think of local elected officials, I think of trusted people. I think of regulars at the trap house. It's the kind of job that you can have while still also having a personality. It doesn't really eat you, and I think that's beautiful. So, in a roundabout way, someone should make me mayor of somewhere. Thank you, I've been Soren Peterson. Have a good night.
I had something I was going to say, but now I'm just getting lost in this next comedian's eyes. Because our next comic, what did he tell me to say? Back to his eyes. He's hairy enough to be Italian, but he's just really Jewish. This is something that I want to point out. He wrote this. Give it up for my co-producer, Benji Stern.
Does anybody look at their Snapchat memories? Has anybody looked at that recently? Yeah? I see Selma nodding. Also, thank you, Gracie. You have the best laugh. You've been killing it. Thank you so much. Shout out, Gracie. I just got a bunch of Snapchat memories from my semester abroad recently, and I was thinking, this time last year, I was sipping Peronis by my rooftop pool, and now I'm drinking $4 Coronas at Paulie's next to some guy at DU telling me about his toe hands. I wish I could tell you why I chose to go to Sorrento, and I wish I could tell you that it was because of the culture and the views, but really, my roommates, they were looking at it and they decided they were going to Sorrento, and I walked into the room, I shrugged, I said sure, and invited myself along with them. So, but yeah, the real reason that I decided to go to Sorrento, Italy, is because every time I go to the barber, they say, Benji, because we get close, me and my barber. They say, Benji, you're so hairy. Are you Italian? And I figured I had to visit the homeland, so that's why I went. But I'll tell you, it wasn't easy. It was not easy living in Sorrento, Italy. No. It was hard. Our rooftop pool wasn't even heated. Oh my God. Not sure what that sound was, but it came out of me, so I'll own that. Yeah, and we had this beautiful Italian host woman who offered us espresso every single morning. I said, no, Manuela, I can't. In America, we just have Adderall and Monster. They're spoiling me. I can't do it. But no, we did have one actual pain in the ass. It was a donkey that lived on our... thank you. That lived on our property. His name was Chucky. My roommate Zach called him Chonky because he was a fat ass. And every single morning at 6 a.m., he would hee-haw every single morning and wake us up. It was consistent. But one day, Manuela, she told us at breakfast one morning, she gave me an extra little bit of caffeine in my espresso, and she said, we decided to sell Chucky. And we were devastated, really, just absolutely devastated. Who would be so stinky 24/7? who would attract flies all over their body. Fortunately, my roommate Simon took it on himself. That guy never showed. But yeah, we took some great weekend trips when I was abroad. One of which was to the mountainous region in northern Italy. It's called the Dolomites. And it's known for its, when it gets really cold in the winter and it snows, they've got great skiing, great people, and the hikes. And so we went at a time of year that it was a little too cold for people to be out. It wasn't cold enough for there to be snow, we could ski, so we went with the hike. So my friends and I, we packed up our bags, and we got in our little Italian Prius. It was this like tiny little car, and we started up this mountain because my roommate Zach, who was driving us, he found this hike on TikTok, because where else do you find hikes but on TikTok? He is addicted. But we found a great hike, and we went up, and as we got higher, the roads started getting narrower, and I started getting nervous, and I made the mistake of looking down, to which I saw a huge drop-off, and all I could think of was falling. And so I started to get a little nervous, and as we started into the mountain pass, we would come across these patches of ice, and all of a sudden, our car slips. And I grabbed the oh shit handle, and I said, we're not doing this today. And I said, Zach, we gotta turn the car around. And he said, no, it'll be fine, we just go a little bit more, and don't worry. About maybe 15 seconds later, long time up here, I'll tell you that. About 15 seconds later, our car slips, and the wheels start spinning, and the car starts slipping back. I'm like, oh shit, this is happening. And so Zach yanked on the emergency brake, and we all got out of the car. So me, Simon, and Zach. We take a deep breath, and we figure out that one of us needs to drive the car, two of us need to push. And so Zach, the heroic self he is, with his fanny pack, his cross bag, he thinks he looks European. I don't know about that. But he says, I'll drive. Full dad mode. He's like, I'll do it. And he gets in the driver's seat, and me and Simon are behind the car, and we're going to push. And right before Zach puts his foot on the gas, Simon runs up to the window, taps it, and he says, Zach, there's a huge drop-off behind us. If you fall, you're going down far. My phone's in the passenger seat, if you could just grab that real quick. Anyway, we ended up pushing the car up the hill and turned it around. And Simon and I are still too scared to get in the car with Zach. So apologies to you. Shout out Zach, sitting right over there. Let's get a round of applause for Zach. Take one for the team. We appreciate you. So yeah, we didn't have really great cell service. So as we were pushing the car, the only music that we had was Freebird downloaded on Simon's phone. This does not instill hope when you're 100, 200, 300 feet up in the air. So listening to Freebird, and all these Italians are going past us and just judging us so hard. I felt real bad. But we were pushing this car, and a couple very kind Italians, they exist, they're out there. They stopped to help us, and they pushed the car with us, and they're muttering under their breath, "Stupid Canadians." It's like, okay, I'll just sit with that one and let that be. And I don't want to leave you off a cliffhanger. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that. I had to. Thank you. But no, I'll leave you with this. After that trip, I went to Great Clips, and the barber said, "Are you Italian? You got great hair." And I said, "Yeah, and I've got mild PTSD too." Thank you very much. That's fine.
Give it up again for Benji Stern. I love this city. I don't know if anyone else was paying attention to the Halloween costumes that were going on outside, but that was what I was paying attention to. Benji, I'm never getting in the car with you. Terrifying. And who was it, Zach? I'm getting in a car with you. You can. Okay. I'm so confuzzled by these people. Okay. Who knows? We can ignore them. Look at me. Look, I want hey, I want attention. I might have not dressed. I could have dressed up more if I knew it would give me attention. Anyways, our next comic is a current sophomore majoring in psychology. She's from. Yeah, psychology. She's from Texas. I don't think Texas needs that big of a cheer. And is the youngest of two. Give it up for Lily.
Hey guys, I'm Lily. And as y'all did just hear, I am the youngest child, which it lives up to its reputation. It is the best thing ever. I crave a lot of attention, and I get said attention, so I really can't lose. Until, boom, older brother moves off to college. All of this unwanted attention I didn't know I was gonna get. Can't get away with anything now. It's bad. Let's flash back to sophomore year of high school, and my parents are going for a walk, and they're like, Lily, do you want to come with us? Sure, why not? First mistake, because who voluntarily wants to go on a walk for fun? I'm not a dog. Like, what was I thinking? I don't know. Anyways, we're on this walk, we're like halfway through, and my mom turns to me. She's like, you know you don't need to be scared of alcohol. I'm just like, what, like, where are you going with this, Mom? Like, what's up? She's like, you can go to parties. Dad and I don't care. Like, we will drive you. We will be there for you. Just be safe. Like, we are here for you. And I'm like, well, thank you, Mom. I appreciate that, but it is still COVID. Like, social functions aren't on people's mind. Also, the one and only party that had been thrown this year was not invited to. So, thank you, Mom, for that. Appreciate it a lot. Anyways, I end up going out the rest of high school. I get over this fear, have a great time. So now, flash forward a little bit to beginning of school last year, and it's the first week. I'm settling in, I'm making my friends, classes are going well. It's a Thursday night, my mom calls me. We're talking, she hears all the noise on my hall, and she's like, what is that? I'm like, oh, you know, everyone's getting ready to go out. And she's like, oh, where are you going? And I'm like, bed, it's a Thursday night, I've got school tomorrow, like, what do you mean? And she's like, no, like, don't be lame, like, you gotta go. Like, you gotta go, you're gonna meet so many great people, it's gonna be so fun. I'm like, twist my arm, why don't you? So I go, I'm there for maybe 30 minutes, mingle a little bit, and I go home, like, this is great. I think, I don't know. So I went to bed. Anyways, now let's get back a few weeks ago. I'm chilling in my hammock, watching Netflix under my bed, as any normal person does, right? My mom texts me, she's like, how were the Dohertys today? And I'm like, oh, I didn't go, like, I need a chill day. And she's like, so where are you going tonight? Like, chill night, like, I want to go to bed early. And she's like, you're lame. Moral of the story, my own mom thinks I'm lame. Anyways, I swear we love each other. She's great. Shout out, Mom, if you're watching. Let's go back to the youngest child thing, because that is the best thing ever. Because another perk is my brother got to be the trial run. Like, my parents made all of their mistakes on him. So it's kind of like a movie with a really good sequel. Think like Cars and Cars 2, like fantastic, right? Well, in my case, it's more of the movie with the really bad spin-off. Like Cars and Planes, because who's seen Planes? Not me. So for some context, my older brother, he goes to West Point. Super impressive school. You tell people and their minds are blown. I'm like, yeah, me too. Meanwhile, I'm trying to wear my Elon merch in public, and people give me weird looks because they think it's Elon Musk, and I'm like, no, I swear, no. I also learned recently he got 5s on all of his AP tests. I applied test optional. I made it here, I guess, with that 70% acceptance rate. He's also, when he graduates West Point, he'll be an officer in the Army, which is pretty cool, I guess. Really hoping I don't have to move back home. That would be great. Another fun fact, he gets paid to go to school. Like, he gets a paycheck from the school for just being there, I guess. I'm paying extra for my friends. Yay! Check back in about 10 years, I'll let you know if that's worth it or not. But you know, he may be great, and he is. I love him very much, we're very close. Fighting for our country, all that jazz. But that doesn't change the fact that last semester, when he came to visit me, he ended his Friday night throwing up in my all-girl bathroom for about 20 minutes. Have yet to get to that level. So thank you, Mom, for pushing me to be my best all those years ago. Thank you, everyone.
Shout out to Lily's mom. See what she accomplished. Please keep drinking. Please keep eating. Please keep caffeinating. Please follow us on Instagram. Sign up for the open mic if you haven't already. For our next comedian, they're here. They're queer. And they're getting towed for being parked in a fire lane. It's Tracy McCarty.
Thank you. Not part of my set. Funny thing to mention, the movie that I've rewatched the most in my entire life is Cars 2. I don't think it's very good. How's everybody doing? Can I get a round of applause just for my queer folks? And now the straight people. Alright, so queer folks, keep having fun. Straight people, the snipers now have targets. So, Halloween is coming up, as you know, and people are dressing up because it's Halloween. That's what you do. And there's a lot of interesting costumes. I mean, we saw some earlier over there. But for some reason, I don't know why this came up on my feed, there was a poll, a link to an article that was about the most popular adults and children's costumes this year. And I looked at it, and the most popular children's costumes this year are kind of what you'd expect. The first couple in first place are the characters from the movie Wicked, and behind that are the characters from the animated movie K-Pop Demon Hunters, which I have not watched, but sources have told me the main characters, they're Korean. But that was really interesting because a lot of the responses were saying that like it's great that non-white characters are being represented more and that those are translating to children's costumes, and I agree. I think that's very cool and awesome. But at the same time, there was also a fear from some people that, well, these are Asian characters. A lot of white kids are going to dress up as them. And I think that is an interesting concern. And it made me think about, like, kids don't really understand racism, do they? Because, like, when I was a kid, I knew that, when I was like 10, I knew racism was bad, okay? Woo! But, thanks. No one else cheered for that? Too late. But, you know, I knew racism was bad, but I didn't understand the, like, complexities of things like cultural appropriation or things like that. And I feel like that sort of, okay, that led to a very small event. It's also a very small event. It's not a big event where I was accidentally racist. Don't worry, I didn't hate crime anyone. I didn't Mark Wahlberg anyone. If you know, you know. But when one time I was in the car when I was 10, and my parents, they were listening to a radio of 80s music, and the song that comes on is, I don't know if you know it, Turning Japanese by the Vapors. Which, if you know that, that's a song about how much he loves an Asian woman, and that's quote unquote turning him Japanese. So it's very racist. And as a kid, I didn't really get that. I was just like, it's a cool sounding song. And also, I went back and I listened to that song recently, because I remembered to myself, I was like, well, the chorus is really bad, but the rest of the song is kind of catchy, so it's probably not that racist. which is a good thing to hear from a white person. It's probably not that racist. But I did listen to it like a couple days ago, and I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. The song starts and it goes da na 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 na, and so wrong kind of racism. That's Chinese, but that sort of set the tone for the rest of the song. Because the rest of the song, I mean, I listened to it, but I feel like I was in a fugue state. I was just like, I got blasted so hard by the racism that I was just like, I can't really process the rest of this. And then afterwards, I was tired. But when I was a kid and I heard that song on the radio, I heard this guy saying, I'm turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. And in my brain, I was like, good for him. Because as a kid, I didn't understand that he was like being Orientalist or anything. I was just like, wow, he can be Japanese if he wants. And I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I was a pretty woke kid. People can be whatever gender they want, they can love whoever they want, they can be whatever race they want. Yeah, that's really good. But also on the poll for costumes, I did say it was both children's and adults, and the adults are very interesting because they wear all the same costumes but a little more sexy, which I think there's something problematic with that most of the most popular costumes are children's animated things but sexy. I think we as a nation have maybe failed. And one last thing before I go. On the adults poll, there was one big difference, and it's that one of the biggest and most popular costumes for adults was Nightwing from Batman. And just FYI, if your partner is dressing up as Nightwing from Batman, they're a bottom. And they want to be pet. Thank you, everybody. I can't take my phone.
Thank you. Give it up for Tracy, everybody. Yeah. Oh, we got fun musical chairs going on. Da, da, da. Musical chair. Hey, if you're just squatting on the ground, there's a lovely group of milk crates over in this corner. Yes. Halloween is coming up. Who has the Halloween costume today? Now, who's brave enough to share with a comedian on stage what they're going to be for Halloween? Or what are you going to be? You're going to be the Lorax? It would have been created last year. What's up?
Hey, that was number 5 most popular on the adults costume list. You fraud!
What are you going to be back there? Buzz, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Behind?
Starfire.
Your hair's not red enough.
I'm gonna be Superman.
Are you sure? I think you'd be better as Crypto. Okay, and one more person I want to. Anyone else want to share? What are you going to be?
Oh, holy cow!
I need you to let me explain my 2 thoughts of what that could possibly be. One is a cow that just has like a hole in your stomach, and the other is a cow with like a Pope hat. Is it a cow with a Pope hat?
It's a cow with like a halo.
A halo? Okay, everyone give a round of applause for this person. I'm sure, I think it's called a heifer. I think if you get into like, I think a heifer, is that not what, I'm gonna just introduce our next comic. Anyways, that's an awesome costume. Our next comedian is very tired, me too, queen, and quite sure she'll sleep for 20 hours straight after this. Give it up for Megan Groover.
My record for time sleeping is 26 hours. If anyone wants to try to beat that.
My mom has been donating money to the Alzheimer's Association for the past 2 decades. And it's not because she wants to help anybody that has Alzheimer's. It's just because she's convinced that she's gonna get it. I think she's hoping that if she's donated enough, then like she'll get better treatment than the people who haven't donated. So basically she's trying to corrupt a charity. The first time that my mom donated, I'll tell you guys this. They sent back a letter, and in it they said basically like, thank you for your donation, donate more.
And then 2 days later, they sent back the same exact letter. It's weird because I didn't think that the patients would be the ones running the organization. And I was right, they aren't. My mom just signed up twice to donate. By the way, there's no reason for her to even think that she's gonna get Alzheimer's. Like, we've never had a family member who's had it. But still, for the past few years, she's been making a funeral box for herself so that if she loses her mind, we'll know what pictures to use if she can't plan it. Don't tell her this, but even people who have their memories don't plan their own funerals. She also made one for my dad, which is even more concerning because that just feels like she's plotting it. I remember walking into the room when that was happening, and this was that conversation. Hey Mom, what are you doing? Oh, just choosing which pictures of your father he looks the happiest in. I'm sorry? For his funeral box. He's still alive. Yeah, for now. Can you hand me the scissors? I did not. Moms can be crazy, but they're not all bad. You know, like when you were a little kid and you were sick, what would you do? You would go and wake up your mom. And it's not like she could do anything. It was just for comfort. You know? At least she doesn't make it worse. Because dads will do that. Dads will make it worse. You should never wake up your dad when he's sleeping. That's like waking up a hibernating bear. You can do it, but it might be the last thing that you do. One time though, when my brother was little, my mom was at home and he was sick. So he's throwing up, you know, he's got a fever, he just wants some comfort. So he decides to go and wake up my dad. And then my dad shoves him as hard as possible into the back dresser and screams, "Who are you?" So my brother's on the floor crying, like, "Dad, it's me. It's Sam, your son." So my dad helps him up, he apologizes. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were an intruder." Ah, yes, because child-sized intruders will wake up 6'2" sleeping men before they steal anything. I was talking to my dad about that story recently, and then he said, "Yeah, you know, at the time I felt kind of bad about it, but now that I think, he was kind of in my grill." And then my mom said, "I remember waking up all confused. Like I said, she wasn't there." I don't think my mom has to worry about getting Alzheimer's, because whatever she has, it's the opposite. She remembers things that never even happened. Do you guys ever have those people where, like, even years later after the interaction, you remember them? I have that. It was this flight attendant on a flight back from Florida in 2021. The plane landed, as you hope most will, and he got on the loudspeaker, and then he said, "Thank you for flying with us today. We hope you accidentally got on the wrong flight, because no one loves you or your money more than Southwest." Excuse me? This capitalism shit is getting out of hand. I mean, this guy is openly wishing for our demise. To gain money for a company that gives you, what, 2 twisted pretzels and an unsalted Cheez-It? Makes you wake up at 6 a.m. the day before your flight because they don't understand how to do arranged seating. It's insane. Everyone on that flight, though, thought it was the funniest thing ever. They started clapping and audibly went, "Yay!" Grow a backbone. Could you imagine any other company doing that? Like, say you take your dog to the vet because it has a bump or something, and then they get back the results, and your doctor's like, "Ugh, it's benign. I thought it was cancer. You would have given us more money if it was cancer." And look, I'm all one for honesty, but the one thing I've learned about a professional setting is that honesty is never the best policy. I I have a friend that I've known since 6th grade. And when you've known people that long, there are going to be some things that you can't stand about them. The thing that I can't stand about her is how incredibly oblivious she is. She knows no famous people. One time I asked her if she knew who Samuel L. Jackson was, and then she asked me if that was a president. And if you're sitting there thinking, is that not a president? No. Here's the thing, I could understand why someone would think that. Because Andrew Jackson was a president, same last name, makes sense. So I said to her, you're thinking of Andrew Jackson. And then she said, no, I'm not. And I said, I'm pretty sure you are. And then she said no and sent me a picture of Abraham Lincoln and said I was thinking of this guy. So there are a couple things wrong with that. Number one being that Samuel L. Jackson is a black actor from the 21st century, and Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1865. Their timelines don't cross at all, and they have no similarities in their names. So at this point, I'm kind of losing my mind because she's studying to be an elementary school teacher. So our future is looking bright. And I said to her, do you know what number president Lincoln was? And I might be mistaken in thinking this, but I'm pretty sure that's common knowledge. So does anybody know what number President Lincoln was?
45.
The 16th. She said the 7th. If you're wondering who the 7th president of America was, it's Andrew Jackson. So I'm pretty sure she was thinking of Andrew Jackson. Thank you guys so much.
Right. So our next comic is a senior and described by their therapist as somewhat put together. They're missing their sister's engagement party to be here. That's real. Give it up for Adam Arno.
That is real. Like, there's 41 people at my house currently, and it's great. So, something fun fact about the Haha is Phil loves this, everyone gives it up for Phil. We planned this show in July, a time when no one has their calendar ready, and somehow we did it. My sister got engaged in July, and yet somehow I'm the problem for not being there. But there were 3 days out of the semester that I'm busy, and my family has decided to find all of them. Why aren't you? Because I'm here. I'm at the Haha. It could have been last week. It could have been during fall break. I wasn't up to much. Like, where are my seniors? Who are seniors here? Now, as Jack already did this, but I'm going to do it again. Who went to Nashville? Cool. I didn't. I was invited to go to Nashville, but I decided, no. Why would I drive 8 hours to go drink in the same people? I could just go to Polly's. And then I thought to myself, who would go to Nashville? Why would somebody, don't raise your hand. That's not a call risk. Yeah, it's okay. Who would go to Nashville? And then on Sunday it all came together, I realized. Because on Sunday, the French crown jewels were stolen from the Louvre. And I'm offended. Because if I knew Nashville was an alibi for stealing the French crown jewels from the Louvre, I would have gone. I could have been any of the characters. I've seen Oceans. I've seen all the Oceans. I've seen Pink Panther. I could have been the getaway driver. I can ride a moped. People are talking, I've really been fascinated with the French crown jewel heist because people are oh, it's such an amazing heist. No, it wasn't. They took advantage of the fact that if you wear a high visibility vest, you can just get in places. They backed a ladder truck up to the Louvre and then climbed it, broke some glass, and got away on a moped. They're not making a movie off of this. They're not gonna, I think this is a Now You See Me 3 promo. And even then it would have been a better movie. Speaking of movies, I used to really hate actually going to the movie theater until I realized that I actually don't like going to movies with my dad. Because I think movies can be a social event. Because I whisper and tell a joke to a friend, but my dad physically can't whisper. Like his whisper is just his normal speaking voice, but with more breath. Hey, who's that? Why are they mad at that? What's Sarah Jessica Parker doing? Dad, we're watching the same movie. I don't fucking know. That's what I say, is he asked me questions and I could not answer. He's a very questiony guy, my dad. Like recently he asked me what I'm gonna do post-grad. And apparently being homeless is not a good enough answer for him. So I've been looking at the job market recently. That's gonna be a fun segue. So I've been looking at the jobs, and something about Elon is they're really good at getting you to do like morally good jobs and be like an ethical person. And then I looked at the job market, and I'm ready to work for ExxonMobil's apology department. Like I'll go be the director of claims denial at United Healthcare. I'll work for Tyson Chicken in the department of making chicken's lives worse. Like, if that doesn't work, I'll go to my side hustle. I'll fucking drive Uber or some shit. Even that might go away soon though. Have you heard of this? Anyone know what a Waymo is? You know what? Yeah, if you give a shout out if you've heard of Waymo, if you've taken one. Yeah, so these people, what? That sucks. So Waymo is a self-driving taxi. Basically, you can order through the Uber app. It comes, picks you up, has all these cameras on it, takes you where you want to go. You talk to no one. Fucking insane. Like that's AI on the road. We have ChatGPT taking you to where you want to go. But ever since I've seen one, I've had a dream. I think a lot of college students have had this dream too. Is I really want to be hit by one. Because that could be my job. Somebody who gets hit by Waymo and cashes a settlement check. You know how much money Waymo has? Me either, but probably more than I do. And I want some. And I also think it'd be really cool to have a law named after you. Adam's Law, all car must have driver. You would think it would have already been on the books. I'll take one for the team. Just a little bit of money. Not even a lot of money. I could settle for like my drink being covered at Oak House. Because the legal stuff on these cars is kind of confusing. Because I saw a video of one, like a Waymo getting pulled over by a cop, and the cop had no clue what to do. Who gets the ticket? The passenger? Definitely not. The driver? It's ChatGPT. What are they going to do? And then I realized I can use this. Next time I get pulled over, I'm just going to hop in the passenger seat. What are they going to do? Like, oh, sorry, it was driving itself. What are they going to do? How are they going to know my 2004 Toyota Corolla cannot do self-driving? It was driving itself. It's got the ChatGPTs. It can do it. Yeah, I think that's actually all I have. My sister's engagement is tonight. Her engagement party. I think I can still make it if I leave like right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and call a Waymo and it's gonna pick me up and take me back home. Thank you, everybody.
Don't forget us when you get that settlement money, Adam. Appreciate that. Our final act of the night is a local comedian who performs in Raleigh, Greensboro, Charlotte. An intro that is short and sweet, just like he is. Give it up for the E-Man.
One more time for your host, man. One more time. Come on, man. Get the energy up. Also for the comedians you've seen so far, give them some love. Come on, man. Give them some love. Comedy's not easy, bro. Wow. Y'all make it okay? Anybody find parking okay? Alright, well, this is gonna be fun. I got a parking ticket, man, here at Elon. Yeah. Like I don't mind that I got a parking ticket. I don't care. Like you're doing your job, that's fine. But it was raining. So I'm like, dude, how serious are you about your job that you have to step into the rain and ruin somebody's life? You know what I'm saying? Like, how dedicated are you to your job? I've called out of an interview once. They were like, oh, are you sick? I was like, I just can't find my socks. I can't. Should we reschedule? Probably not. I tried to plead my ticket. I tried to plead it. They give you like a little box so you can write a little paragraph where you can send a picture. I sent them my tuition. I was like, bro, how much more do you need from me? Like, how much? Come on, man. Oh man. The cool thing about comedy, y'all, like, you get to do shows and you get to drink. And I've been drinking. It's cool though, like, I drink so much that some nights I forget I'm sober. Like one night I was driving home and I got pulled over and the cop was like, "Have you had anything to drink tonight, sir?" I'm like, "I can't remember." "I think I'm sober, officer. I think I'm good. I think last night I was trashed. You should have got me then. You would have met your quota." I did get into a wreck. I'm okay. Thank you. Got into a wreck. This girl hit me with her car, and why is that funny? Normally I would be upset, but I like to flirt, you know? She was like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "I am now." "We should exchange numbers for the accident, you know? We should exchange numbers." But then I saw her car seat, I was like, "We should exchange insurance. We should." I'm limping. I know that joke is messed up, but I like it. I had road rage. Anybody had road rage before? Cool people, hell yeah. I got cut off by this dude with a New York license plate. And look, where you going? We'll wait.
You're our editor.
Come on, Evan. This is my favorite joke. I'm not gonna. Oh, he's putting the batteries. Okay, well, dude, thank you for doing your job, sir. Were you the one that gave me a ticket? License plate. I never knew that a license plate. Go back to where you came from. He was so confused. He was like, "India?" I was like, no, sir, that's not what I meant. That's not what this is. I'm not racist. That's not a race thing. I love Indians. We love Indians. We just, in New York, it just drive us nuts, you know? Nobody here is from New York, right? Oh, shoot. Are you really? Yeah. I was just playing, bro. You know me, I just joke around up here, you know? English ain't my first language. Like, honestly, I was given a script. Adam wrote this. I didn't even.
I'm sorry.
He did it.
I don't like New York.
I love New York, man. New York is great. I have a solution though to this whole license plate thing. Hear me out. I think we should take the state off, and we should put the driver's height. Hear me out. I think it'll build compassion. I think, because if I'm on the road and I get cut off by somebody who's 5'2", I'll be like, all right, obviously this guy goes through a lot. I'm not gonna get mad at him. Like, he's going through a lot. He probably didn't even see me. How could he? He can't even reach the steering wheel. He can't even. I'm not gonna pick a fight with somebody who's smaller than me. I'm gonna find somebody my size. So if I get caught off by somebody who's 6'2", I'm gonna be like, I can take him. Why is that so funny, though? I used to be 6'2" in my prime when I did Pilates, but I'm trying to grow. I've been hitting the gym here at Elon. Anybody work out? Make some noise. Hell yeah. You work out? What do you listen to when you work out?
Tate McRae.
Who?
Tate McRae. Wow.
Is that a person? You don't know who Tate McRae is? Sure. Tate McRae, okay. Is that like country, pop?
The best person ever.
The best person? That's not a song. It's not a genre? What kind of genre is it?
Pop.
Hold up. Oh shoot. I did leave my car in the handicap spot. Somebody move it real quick. Somebody move it. Oh no, that's serious. That was not funny. Sorry, that wasn't funny. Come on, bro. Alright, settle down. So you said you listened to Tate McRae? Okay. I don't listen to anything when I work out. I don't listen to music. I listen to podcasts or like stand-up comedy clips.
Your clips?
No, I'm not funny. Not funny at all, but I listen to stand-up clips, and I'm realizing how creepy that is to just be laughing in the middle of an exercise. Like I'd be on my leg extension, I'd be like, I'm too heavy for the chair, I need to hit the gym, sorry. I went up to a girl, I went to go hit on a girl, and she was like, ew, no. I was like, you saw me work out, didn't you? You saw me. Alright, I'm gonna finish up with 2 jokes. I'm gonna need some... Actually, how much time I got? Oh, shoot. Oh, we need to finish this up. Alright, give me, crowd participation. Give me 2 words. Give me 2 words. Come on. Shout them out. Okay. Okay. Okay, I heard Italian bidet. Alright. That's crazy. Yeah, I have a joke about this. This is insane. It's like y'all know me. That's insane. I heard it. I actually, I went to go visit my buddy in Italy, Andrea, and I used an Italian bidet for the first time. What they don't tell you is that it's its own contraption. It's its own little bowl. It's got its own faucet. So I thought it was a sink. I was on my knees, washing my hands. I didn't think much of it. Like in my head, I was like, maybe it's a culture thing, or maybe they're being inclusive for the little guys so they can reach. I started washing my face. I woke up the next morning with pink eye. That took a lot of courage. Come on, guys. That took a lot. They also drink wine a specific way. When my buddy Andrea was drinking wine, he was like, "E-man, you want some wine?" I was like, "Bro, why are you naked?" He's like, "This is how we drink it in Europe." I was like, "So I got naked too." I was like, "All right, it's not gay, it's culture. That's what it is." All right, last joke. I need one more word. One more word. Come on.
Chicken.
Okay, I heard wheelchair. All right. So this is going to be a tough joke to make. All right, we're going to do it. We're in it. It's y'all's idea. So I'm very dumb when it comes to dating. I'm very dumb. All right, let me just throw that out there. I remember I matched with this one girl on this dating app, but I didn't know that she was in a wheelchair.
Good.
Yes, McCrae, take yes. Yes. Look, I didn't know. Okay, I saw a family picture and she was the only one sitting down. I didn't think much of it. I thought it was kind of rude of her. I was like, she's the only one sitting down. Like her whole family's like, let your grandma sit. What is this? I was like, hey, we should go on a little gym date and hit legs. She said, I would love to, but I'm a hemiplegic. I was like, oh, well, I'm a Taurus, but I don't know what that has to do with anything. If you didn't laugh at that joke, it's probably because you think I'm making fun of people in wheelchairs, and I'm not. But if it makes y'all feel better, I did ask her. I was like, hey, just out of curiosity, as a comedian and as a person, does it bother you when people joke about your condition? And she said, absolutely not. I like to get teased, you know, because ultimately, I just want to be treated like everybody else. Then she was like, does it bother you when people make ice jokes? I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Hey, pump the brakes there, sweetie. Now you're walking on thin ice. But if you didn't like that joke, we did end up scheduling a date. She didn't show up though. It's crazy. Bummer. Out of all the people, she's the one that stood me up. Come on now. Hey, I got y'all. Come on now. You know that joke had you rolling. She was. All right. Knee slapper. She can't feel it. All right, I'm done. Thank you guys so much. My name is Dina. Bye-bye. Why did you apologize? You just apologized to me. I don't know why. Okay, give it up for you, man, y'all. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. It's been a great show. Thank you, Oak House. Thank you, Phil. It's been great. And